WMC Memphis, WMFS HD2 Bartlett, Memphis. Part of the Memphis Sports Network with 92.9 FM ESPN. ESPN 790 AM.
The views and opinions of the hosts or guests of the following program do not necessarily reflect those of the management or staff of Intercom Memphis.
Watch the sunrise, new day's dawning, and it's calling you and me. Where the mighty Mississippi flows by Memphis, Tennessee. We've got woodlands, fields, and water. Hey, there is no better way. You can find out all about it on Outdoors with Larry Ray. Make some time, take the family, ask a friend, but don't delay. Listen up and learn about it on Outdoors with Larry Ray. Listen up and learn about it on Outdoors with Larry Ray.
Good Saturday morning. Welcome to another edition of the award-winning Outdoors with Larry Ray on ESPN 790. Brought to you proudly by the Tennessee Wildlife Resource Agency, Gaston's White River Resort, and Barton Power Sports. Now, here's your host, Larry Ray.
Hey, good Saturday morning. Welcome to Outdoors with Larry Ray on ESPN 790. Larry Ray talking outdoors every Saturday morning for 90 minutes on this, the fifth Saturday of
You know
the
what
month.
that means?
That means that deep-throated voice is in the studio. Frank Barton is here this morning. That's how I was talking about it. I wasn't talking about that other voice that came through there. Yeah, good morning, Frank.
Good morning, Larry. Good morning, everybody.
Now you can come, Gene Smith. Come in.
Good morning. Good
There
morning.
it is. Gene's voice will change one day. We haven't not sure exactly.
I'm going through puberty.
You've been through there a long time. How long do you go through that?
17 years.
17 years. Okay. And also we have a surprise guest that we'll tell you about later. He's here. Of course, Greg Ratliff is here, and we're not going to talk about his shirt this morning. Okay. Frank Barton has already mentioned it off the air, but we'll try to squeeze it in later in the show. But Frank is back, and if you're asking now, this is Fifth Saturday, and normally Charlie Covington would be with us.
Correct.
And so we're doing this show not in memory. We're doing this in honor of Charlie. Charlie had a medical procedure done earlier this week, and I told him to stay home. Take it easy now. Now it's better now. Okay, all right. Greg has now put on something over that shirt he had on. But, Charlie, we hope you get back well, buddy, and we'll get you back on. He had a new poem for us that we'll post on lroutdoors.com. We're going to talk a lot about lroutdoors.com a little bit later in the show, but Frank is back from CHERAW, South Carolina.
Chirrah.
South Carolina, where he was literally gone to the dogs. 915. That's what you. That
was the entries that we started with.
Okay.
We didn't actually. We had quite a few scratches before the event started. So
well, with dogs, you always have scratches.
Always scratches, yeah. And other things.
No, but that was the record, right?
It's the largest performance event in the history of the American Kennel Club.
Wow, that's great.
So tell our listeners where you've been and a little about it, because it was a fascinating thing that I even surprised Frank by writing about it, because he's done it 13 years. So.
The Master National Retriever Hunt Test is an event that's held annually in different parts of the country. It moves across the country by, it's kind of like time zones, but it's done a little bit different than that. It features and showcases the finest hunting retrievers in the country. In order to qualify to run the event, you have to have gone to the weekend tests throughout the year and passed 6 of them. And after you pass 6 of them, you're qualified to enter the Master National Retriever Hunt Test. And so this year it was in Chirrah, South Carolina at the H. Cooper Black Jr. Memorial Field Trial area. And wonderful, wonderful venue to host it. It's I forgot the total number of acres. I think it's somewhere between 4,000 and 6,000, and it's totally managed for retriever work, field trial, pointing dog work, spaniels, and also horse people. There's no, they don't have any archery hunting. They don't have any gun hunting. It's totally for this, and really, really nice event. So we get out there and we start setting our tests up. There are 10 judges that are selected from across the country for their every year annually. They're voted in by the member clubs, and they set the test up. I've given you a copy of.
Yeah, I'm looking at the test.
Some of the drawings
Frank
that we do.
is the hunt. You're the.
I'm the event secretary,
Which means you count the dogs, right?
I spend all week long counting dogs and timing tests and things like that. I have the nickname within the community. They call me Father Time.
Father Time.
Father Time.
Oh man,
because
that.
We have it goes something like this. There's 5 series, 5 different tests.
Yeah.
We try to do 6, but we knew we couldn't do 6 this year because of the number of dogs entered, so we chose we were going to do 5.
Okay.
And we have to determine how long it's going to take to do those 5 tests. And we have 9 days to do them in.
9 days.
9 days.
Okay.
And we try to do them in 8. The 9th day is Sunday.
Uh-huh.
We start a test on a Saturday, and we go all week long, and then we finish it. This year we needed Sunday to finish. One group needed a few extra hours on Sunday morning to get done. And so when it was all said and done after the 5 tests, which would be, we had 2 land tests, 2 land water tests, which are common.
I'm looking at them. Okay. Uh-huh.
And 1 water test for each of the groups. They were divided into 5 flights. 2 judges judged each of the flights.
Wow. Okay.
And when it was all said and done, we had 272 dogs that qualified that actually passed the event. I think it was around, I think the math worked out it was about 31%.
Oh, that sounds pretty good. Is that good? Is it?
Well, it's about average.
It's about average.
It's
a demanding test.
And you're right. It's not to pass this test.
Yeah, you told me.
To pass this event, it takes an exceptional dog. While these are all really, really good dogs, there are dogs that are better than others, as we know. So these were the best of the hunting retrievers. So 272. We had 1 dog, Taylor Lap's Downtown Cooter Brown.
Downtown Cooter Brown.
Downtown Cooter Brown. And
I love dog names.
Owned by Lyle and Stephanie Steinman from Missouri. And it passed the event for its 8th time. 8th time. And now it has the designation of MNH 8 by its name. And there's only been 5 dogs that have had that. So it's a pretty special. It was a special time.
How old was this dog then? You think?
Coot was 11 years old.
Wow. See that? I mean, if you more times you pass it, you're older you get too. I mean, these dogs are getting older. Like you said, 9 is that? There are 2 dogs that have MNH 9 that have passed it 9 times. Wow.
And they have both died.
Yeah.
I was hoping that one of them just died this past year, and I was hoping that we might have a chance of doing an MNH 10, but that didn't happen.
But it hasn't happened.
It hasn't happened yet.
But 9 times, yeah.
So a real exceptional time. I was fortunate that the flight that Lyle was running Coot in was the one that I was working.
Yeah.
So I got to see the dog all week long, and I got to
that
admit,
just happened.
I got to admit, I got choked up.
Yeah. When that dog.
Watching,
yeah.
When he came off the line, when he finished its test for the 5th series on Saturday afternoon, and it was pretty special. He got a standing ovation when the dog got the standing ovation.
The dog got the standing ovation. You didn't.
No. The dog got the standing ovation when it got its plate.
And all it wanted was to go home and lay down and eat.
Coot stays, Coot's an inside dog. It's a family dog with them, and Lyle and Stephanie are a delightful couple and good for the sport. And So
well, we need to post, and we will try to get with Frank on this and get some of this on the website, because I kind of kept up with it as I went along. But I appreciate Frank coming in today and talking with us. We're going to talk some more with Frank as we roll along. I've had some folks ask me about all this rain that we've had down south, particularly in the Gulf of Mexico with Patricia and other things like that. What's going on? Because this is normally a really great time to head to Bay St. Louis and fish with our good friends down at Shore Things Charter. And we got Sonny on us with us this morning, Captain Sonny. Hey, Sonny.
Hey, Mr. Larry, how you doing?
I'm doing great. Can you fill in those people out there and tell us all this rain that we've had recently? What's going on in your area?
We had plenty of rain, but we've actually been spending most of the week out at the Cat Island house, hiding from it.
Yes. Yeah. What's it like to be out there when there's plenty of rain?
Well, there's worse places to hold up.
Yeah, I guess there is.
4,000 square feet, and we watched. What did we watch? We watched the Monday night game, the Thursday night game.
So you got to see a little bit of football.
Sunday night, it was awesome. But the fishing was good. I mean, we got in right before the biggest of the rain hit, but the red fishing and the flounder fishing was absolutely insane for the conditions we were fishing in, because we were on the front side of that. We had one day that the buoy on the back side of the island hit 33 miles an hour, and one day it hit 31 miles an hour.
Wow.
So we just stayed in the canals and the bayous, which
you can do. Yeah, you can get
the slot reds were perfect.
Oh, really?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Well. So now we're coming up. Today's Saturday, October the 31st. Happy Halloween to everybody. Give our listeners a little bit about November fishing down there, Sonny. What's good in November?
Two things were really hitting hard in November: redfish and flounder. And not that the speckled trout fishing is subpar at all. Far from it. We usually go out and it's a lot of school trout, but that's good. You know, you get a lot of numbers. But most of the days when the sun peaks up, we're back in the ponds with these cooling temperatures. The redfish gang up back there, and it's just, we call it a sight fisherman's paradise.
Oh, yeah.
You're pitching, you know, the best guys to have down there or down here are the guys from your area, those bass fishermen that can put a cast exactly where they want it every time.
Yeah, we need to get Ron Wong down there, because he can put a cast wherever he wants to. You know, so there's no doubt about it.
But a lot of y'all's lures work for it. Last year my hot one was a Live Target makes it, the Live Target field mouse.
Oh yeah, yeah.
That was because we were pulling baby nutria rats out of redfish's stomach, so we were throwing those same mice baits that y'all throw over the lily pads for the bass, and they were smoking them, just drilling them coming out of the water. So we'll be throwing that and spinner baits and soft plastics, and then on the days where it might get a little windy or they want to target flounders, we'll go work the shorelines, kind of where we were with you the last time you were down here close to our dock.
Yeah, not very far.
Not very far at all, and that shoreline all the way towards New Orleans will be hot for probably the next month or so.
Wow.
We get those flounders staged up before they head offshore to spawn, and it's the biggest flounders we see all year, the biggest numbers of flounders we see all year, and it's just really neat to get on a hot flounder bite, because it's unusual to see all year except in November. So it's a fun month. We got a lot of options, a lot of different species to target, a lot of different ways to target them. So it's no monotony at all in November.
Well, that's why we wanted to get you on. Tell them, Sonny, how to get in touch with you and book a trip or where to go to.
Oh, very easy. ShoreThingCharters.com, and that's SHORE, ShoreThingCharters.com. If you just Google, fishing Mississippi, we usually come right up.
You do.
And then the phone number, 228-342-2206.
That's it, and we got it posted on LROutdoors.com. We're keeping all great fishing reports from Sonny. Thank you, Sonny. We'll talk to you next month. Okay, buddy?
All right, man. Y'all have a good one.
Have a good one. Okay. All right. Sonny Schindler, and he's a great guy. I love Sonny. And let's take a break on Outdoors with Larry Ray and be right back on ESPN 790.